The Evansville Otters play in the Frontier League, an independent professional baseball league. The Frontier League was founded in 1993 with 8 franchises on opening day across the Midwest and Ohio Valley. The Frontier League is now a partner league of Major League Baseball and is the largest independent baseball league in North America. The Frontier League footprint spans west to the Mississippi River in the St. Louis market, north to Chicago, and out east all the way to New York, and there's even 3 Canadian teams. Since the league's founding in 1993, the Frontier League has sent numerous players to Major League Baseball and the show, with Frontier League icons and heroes making their way to the national scene at the MLB level. The Evansville Otters have seen 3 of its former players make the show and appear in a Major League Baseball game. George Sherrill made his debut for the Seattle Mariners in 2004 and later appeared in an MLB All-Star game as a member of the Baltimore Orioles before finishing his legendary baseball career with the Los Angeles Dodgers and Atlanta Braves. In 2009 and 10, the Evansville Otters had Andrew Werner, and in 2012, so did the San Diego Padres as he made starts late in the season. And Brandon Sittinger made his MLB debut for the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2021. When Bosse Field held its first opening day on June 17, 1915, in front of 8,082 fans for a 4-0 Evansville victory, it became the first municipally owned stadium in the United States of America. And still today in 2022, it's the 3rd oldest professional ballpark still in use, behind Fenway Park in Boston, which was built in 1912, and Chicago's Wrigley Field that opened a year prior in 1914. Bosse Field's namesake, former Evansville Mayor Benjamin Bosse. If you come to Bosse Field and you walk inside and it feels like a set for a movie, you aren't too off base there. That's because in 1991, select scenes from the movie A League of Their Own were filmed right here at Bosse Field in Evansville. The movie, directed by the late Penny Marshall and starred Tom Hanks as Rockford Peach's manager Jimmy Dugan. Some of his players, Madonna, Rosie O'Donnell, and Gina Davis. Shots of the field and the front entrance of the ballpark are quite prevalent in the movie A League of Their Own. Also, look for Bosse Field in the championship scene. Nowadays, with the Otters, the Otterbells wear A League of Their Own dresses to commemorate parts of that filming being done right here in Evansville. In the movie A League of Their Own, Bosse Field was the home of the Racing Bells. Heading into 2022, there have been 340 members of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Many of those recognizable names in the Baseball Hall of Fame have either played, coached, or been announced here at Bosse Field. Of the 340 Baseball Hall of Famers, 117 of them have been right here at Bosse Field, and they include legends like Hank Greenberg, Warren Spahn, Bert Blyleven, and Bob Uecker, amongst many others. Bob Greasy, who quarterbacked the undefeated Miami Dolphins in 1972, played his high school football right here at Bosse Field. Bosse Field's address, 23 Don Mattingly Way, which seems appropriate when you think back to Don's baseball days playing for Memorial High School before he was drafted by the New York Yankees. Otters bench coach Boots Day retired after the 2021 season, ending a celebrated career of 55 years in baseball. He was the first Evansville Otters manager in 1995 and then later came back to Bosse Field to be Andy McCauley's bench coach. Boots Day wasn't a stranger to Evansville prior to his arrival with the Otters. In fact, he played for Jim Leland in the Evansville Triplets, which also included a baseball career with stops with the St. Louis Cardinals, Chicago Cubs, and Montreal Expos. Greg Jelks managed the Evansville Otters for 5 seasons, helping Evansville make 3 Frontier League Championship Series and winning the entire thing in 2006 for the franchise's first Frontier League title. The Otters made a late push in the 2006 regular season, advancing to the playoffs with a 46-50 record before downing Chillicothe to win the title. It was the first championship in baseball for the city of Evansville since the Evansville Triplets took home the American Association Championship in 1979. Princeton native Jeff Goldbach was one of the greatest ever to put on an Evansville Otters uniform. The former second-round draft pick of the Chicago Cubs played for Evansville from 2005 through 2006. In 2005, against the River City Rascals, Jeff Goldbach had one of the greatest single-game performances in franchise history. In that game, he set team records for a single game with hits, runs, both with 6, 3 home runs, and 8 RBIs. As a team in that game, Evansville set single-game records with 28 runs, 27 hits, 7 home runs, and 27 RBIs, and Jeff Goldbach also set the franchise mark for total bases. Jeff Goldbach ended his time in Evansville by helping the Otters to the 2006 playoffs as a wild card team, where the franchise won its first Frontier League championship. The Otters bullpen, where franchise icon Eric Massingham warmed up countless games for Evansville. He's the franchise's all-time saves leader with 70, which is good enough for second in the Frontier League. Eric Massingham was inducted into the Frontier League Hall of Fame in 2018. The Evansville Otters have thrown 3 no-hitters in franchise history. The first no-hitter for the Evansville Otters came in the opener of a doubleheader as Chad James no-hit the Traverse City Beach Bums in 2014. Fast forward to the opening series of the 2017 season when Shane Weedman from Tell City no-hit the Southern Illinois Miners in Marion, and then the final no-hitter for the Otters, a dual effort from Ty Hensley and Matt Chavarria as they combined to no-hit the then Florence Freedom right here at Bosse Field. There have been a lot of home runs hit here in this pitcher-friendly ballpark. Shane Houck set the standard for single-season homers in 2014 when he hit 23, and Jeff Gardner matched that feat 3 seasons later. The all-time leader for Otters home runs for a career, that goes to Chris Sweeney, who hit 51. June 17th, 2015 was a special day in Bosse Field and Evansville Otters franchise history, celebrating the 100th anniversary of the inaugural opening day at this very ballpark. Special dignitaries like Jim Leland, a former Triplets manager, Jack McKeon, who managed the Florida Marlins, Bob Greasy, who played his high school football here, Andy Bennis, and the late Frontier League flag chairman Marvin Gray, all in attendance to celebrate the 100th anniversary of this beautiful ballpark. After a 3-hour rain delay, the centennial celebration was on as the Otters played the Windy City Thunderbolts. After a heartbreaking finish in 2015 for the Evansville Otters, the following season in 2016 saw the franchise advance to the postseason with a wild card bid. In the divisional round, Evansville beat the Joliet Slammers in 4 games before an epic 5-game Frontier League Championship Series, ending with a Game 5 1-0 victory over the River City Rascals, giving the Otters its second Frontier League Championship in franchise history. Josh Allen made himself at home right here at second base when playing for the Evansville Otters. In 5 seasons, Josh Allen left the Otters as the franchise leader in triples and stolen bases. His best season came in 2016 when the Otters won a Frontier League championship. He was the Frontier League's most valuable player with a .354 batting average for the Otters. I'm here in left field at Bosse Field, where John Schultz helped the Evansville Otters reach new heights. One, he helped the team win the franchise's second Frontier League title in 2016. And did you know that he leads all-time Evansville Otters records in 8 statistical categories, including hits and RBIs? John Schultz played collegiately at Pittsburgh before a stint in the Miami Marlins organization prior to arriving in Evansville. The Otters celebrated its 25th season in Evansville during the 2019 campaign. And in 1995, Evansville had a new baseball franchise for the first time in over a decade when the Evansville Otters relocated from Lancaster, Ohio in the Frontier League. Used to be called the Lancaster Scouts, the Evansville Otters have been playing at Bosse Field since that '95 year, where they broke league records for attendance in a season.
Despite the 2020 Frontier League championship season being canceled, major renovations were underway at Bosse Field. Part of the renovation included new LED lights at Bosse Field, now brighter, and they can turn off and on in seconds. They can flash for big moments in the game, and the poles light up in different colors as well. Included in the renovation at the ballpark, a brand new LED display video board. Plus, a brand new roof at Bosse Field, helping to preserve the ballpark from leaks and damages caused by rain. And don't forget, a new sound system that came a year prior to the major renovations in 2020. All of the renovations helped prepare the ballpark for a brand new atmosphere in 2021. Following a canceled 2020 Frontier League Championship season, the Otters had a historical campaign in 2021, unveiling a brand new logo and wordmark along with the color scheme that gives great tribute to Evansville's proud baseball past. The Otters also had history-defining moments on the field in 2021, including Evansville manager Andy McCauley earning his 500th win in Evansville, plus his 1,000th win as a professional baseball manager. The Evansville Otters ended the 2021 campaign tying a franchise record for the second consecutive season with 57 wins.